Thieves swarming rude buyers. I'm MG Retro and I'm here today to tell you about my experience selling for the first time at a car boot sale. I usually find cool collectible items at car boots, charity shops and on Facebook Marketplace to add to my collection, but this time I wasn't in front of the stall, I was behind it. Someone stole from us, we had loads of rude buyers, but along the way there were nice people as well. They just weren't coming up to our stall. Day one, Tansley car boot on the bank holiday Sunday. We got there about 7:15, which is way too late to be getting there. It was choco blocko. And we got there just as they were stopping people going into the main booting arena. So we were over here around a little quarry bit. Maybe that was a good thing. First time selling at the car boot, we wanted to ease ourselves in and there wasn't much going on. So on the stall, we had clothes for 50p on the floor, £2, £3 dresses on a rail, figures, collectibles, junk, tat, all sorts on there. All different prices as well. Thieves! This was just a massive fail all round. On the way to the car boot, at the petrol station, they were selling bottles of Prime for £1.99 each. So I just thought I'd make a quick buck, buy them, sell them for £2.50 or £3 each, just for an easy couple of quid. So it was getting towards the end of the day, this dodgy looking woman with her kids came up. She asked how much the Prime was. £2.50 a bottle, I said, let's just get them gone before we go. And as Mrs. MG Retro turned to me to give me the £5 note she gave for 2 bottles, next thing we know, they've gone and all 3 bottles had left. I'm well annoyed about this as well, because it's the one thing I actually paid for to sell at the car boot that day. So I spent £6 on these 3 bottles and had lost £1 from it. How does that happen? To be fair though, we were expecting stuff like this and we're glad nothing expensive got nicked and we didn't come across anyone too bad. Except all of this. People coming up, scoffing, saying, oh, I'd pay £1 for it. And we're just like, oh my God, no you wouldn't, because it's not £1, it is £2 and you're not buying it anyway now because I have a zero tolerance policy on bull! Not that it got to me at all. That's the nature of the beast though. It's a car boot, you expect haggling, and I know all about this because when I haggle, I always get it cheaper.
Is you doing for 50p?
No, sorry.
Sometimes I don't though. So if I want £2 and that's the price, I'm not going to go down to £1. And you can be polite both sides of the table. If they don't want to go any lower, fair enough, go to the next stall if you don't want to buy it. Also, a tactic people were using, they'd be asking for prices, but they'd be sort of staring straight at Mrs. MG Retro to not have to deal with me and hope that she'd say a cheaper price than me. Very shady. And she didn't deal with it well. How much is this, love? We only took £83. Quite a fair amount really, considering 50p clothes, pound figures, no one really going for the more expensive collectible stuff. Sold a load of the Pokemon tins. I was really happy with that basically, for the first time. Loads of nice people coming up to the store, and because I had Pokemon stuff, it was a load of families with kids, which was really good. Nice positive experience, and we met a few subscribers who came up to say hi at the stall along the way. So, with my ego in check and celebrity status maintained, bring me a beer. We went home to recoup and made it to day 2. We got there at 6:15 and they put us accidentally on a row of vans, being right near a donut stall and a few rides. So all the families were right in our vicinity. So as we got there, we were putting our stuff out, the blankets, the tables, all that sort of stuff, slowly bringing stuff out the car. And behind us on the next row, there was someone selling loads of stuff for charity. And then it happened. Swarming stalls!
Everyone's absolutely swarming.
Glad that's not us. No one's coming up. And the person on there was basically like, if you're going to fight over it, neither of you are buying it, basically. It was mental. So, any rude people this day? Any thieves? No thieves this time, but we almost got swindled. I was selling a teapot with the tag on, still with the box. Can't remember what company it was, but it was a really nice teapot. I was going to say £3, and the lady said 2, so I was like, yeah, whatever. Go on then. Then she gave me £1.80 and change, and it was a £1 coin and then 8 10p's. For sure trying to diddle me here. And she was expecting me to just go, thanks, pop it in my pocket. No way. And then I told my mum about this story actually. And then after she was like, I bought you that teapot. Oh, it wasn't that teapot. I think it's just another one that I had. And it's like, it was that teapot. So after a few more subscribers saying hi along the way, absolutely love it. And loads of families chatting away about Pokemon. What was really good about the Pokemon stuff, I could chat with the kids, chat with the parents, had a load of people my age who wanted to look through my binder as well. Had a great time that day.
What I love as well, I'm selling the Pokemon cards and the tins for like well below what you'd normally sell them at, or any other store would sell them at. So when you say how much they are, and it's like £2 for a tin, they're like, £2, wah! And they go mental and go run after them, get their parents to buy it. Because these tins here, look, these tins are £10 and you get two packs of them when you buy them. So if you see that and you're a parent, there's a tenner in the shop, you're just like, no way. But come to MG Retro Store, you get one for £2 with a load of cards in it. Love it.
So, with a big juicy whopping £220 profit that day, we headed home, recouped for the week, and then headed back again the next weekend. This time on the Saturday at Ripley car boot. Got there at about 6:45, not a big car boot, so you're always guaranteed a spot, but we were the second to last people there. Wasn't that busy, a very slow day, nothing really to write home about this time, except for a really funny guy and a few stalls over.
Then he was just like, I got this brush here, you could have it for sweeping for £3, or to give it to your mother-in-law to fly off on. And he was just shouting out, he was like, free toys, come on, I don't look like Rolf Harris.
Had a really nice day actually and made £71 profit, so not a wasted morning. So with our spirits lifted that day, we headed to Tansley yet again on the Sunday morning. We got there at about 6:15 this time.
Right guys, MG Retro here, logging in. It's just too early. It's too early. Ungodly hour. Never been up this early.
So another interesting story here. I bought these football boots ages ago in a charity shop. These boots resell well over the £100 mark. The only other ones of this particular design on eBay are listed for about £185 at the minute. And what was weird, over the last few days we'd been at the car boot, no one really asked about them at all. Thinking a reseller would buy them because they are expensive boots to resell. You can make £100 on them potentially. Every time I said a price, people were scoffing, laughing at me basically. I was absolutely devoed. But I was vindicated when someone came up and they wanted to buy them, but they were a size too big. And he said, £40, don't go any lower than that. These are well valuable, these boots. And I was like, thank you! I wasn't too far off with the price. I just don't think I'll take them again because I don't want to get all the grief from everyone just laughing at the prices. So this chavvy guy came up and I said £40 and he's like, what? I was like, yeah, they sell for like £130, something like that. And he's like, yeah, not when someone's feet spinning them. And I was just like, oh my God. But he just said it as he walked off as well. So he thought he had the last laugh. But I did, because I was sat there with these boots just sat on my stall. So belittled, broken down, I still managed to get through the day. Sold loads of Pokemon cards. Yet again, absolutely love it. 50p clothes trickling out. Few figures, few toys selling. We made a cool £127 profit. So all in all, over the 4 days, over 2 weekends, we made almost £500 selling at the car boot. Most of that, to be fair, was my Pokemon cards, and a lot of them were rarer cards, so some people were coming up spending £15, £20 a time. But other stuff was trickling out, and half of the aim of this was to get loads of the stuff out of the house and declutter, as well as sell some of the stuff that I bought to sell that hasn't sold. Now, I don't want to be too negative about this. There were some really rude people. Someone stole from the stall, but 99% of the people there were having a lovely time, families coming up, so it was a really good experience. So, what did I learn from this? Am I going to be more understanding of sellers when I'm buying? Am I not going to scoff at their prices if they seem too high? And maybe, just maybe, am I going to enjoy it for what it is? A lovely day out, interacting with all sorts of people, all having a great time. Maybe, I guess. So that's it, guys. I know it's been a while since I've done a video. I've done a couple of live streams along the way. I've been quite ill over the last few weeks. I don't like to mention it. So we're back now. Next video, we're going to take a look at when we were in the charity shop and we saw someone get caught red-handed switching the labels on a pair of shoes. We were there to witness the whole thing. Oh, it's a cringy one. So make sure you subscribe, to follow the channel, like it, share it, all that sort of stuff. Absolutely love it. And that's it, guys. So from me, it's going to be one big whopping, same time next time.